Hey there, strangers. I missed you. How's everybody doing? Hey, thank you for the subscription. I know, it's been a while. Especially after I had announced that I was going to be doing this full time and doing this more often. Nice to see you back in Viz. Told what you want. I know! I am here. Now. First page stream, I'm so happy. Well, hello! Thank you everybody for stopping by. Now I have this big-ass empty wall here, so I can actually show off all of your guys' nice comments as they pop up on the screen. Looks dope. Thank you very much. I still have a lot to do. I still want to hang stuff on, like, this wall and then stuff back there. I have my helmets all on a table back there that I need to hang somewhere. That I had just been missing the stream, honestly. That's fair. That's honestly fair. Listen, I moved it back an hour because everybody was saying that they were getting off of, like, work and school. Thank you for the subscription. When I used to do this at 2, so I'm trying to move it back to 3 to 5 so that I can have people, you know, when they're getting off of work. I will say, with everybody coming back, I want to make it clear that the rules are now back in place. I'm probably not going to be talking comics as much on here, because now in the new year I want to actually start getting back into the digital art that I used to do on here so that I can perhaps get a job. Not because I don't want to keep doing this, but because gaming jobs have opened up and, well, I got a degree and I would like to use it at some point. However, sad bio. I know, I'm so sorry. I do have one thing that I wanted to show off. Thank you for the subscription. I was late today for a reason, and that would be because I had to go and pick something up. Because, hey, Amy, thanks to see you back. I needed to go and pick something up because, Starforged Sabers, I don't know if you guys remember, I did a, thank you for the subscription. I did a short advertisement for them a little while back because I bought one of their, lightsabers at a convention. Well, they are incredibly, incredibly nice, and they sent me something, and I am pulling up the chat so I can see what it specifically is called. And this is called the Warped Shadow Saber. It is a two-handed lightsaber, and it is an exclusive to their shop. There are only 29 of these things in stock. And this thing is giant. This thing is huge. I almost fucking knocked myself out with it just there. And they sent me a custom one. How is it custom? This is the turn-on noise.
Alfred, call the guy.
I'm not sure you heard that correct. The thing says Alfred call the guy on startup instead of their usual sign-on. Hold on. If I can get the thing to turn off. It takes a second.
The sun.
Just give it a minute. That's the turn-off sound. The turn-off sound is "You Haven't Lost Your Touch, Bruce" from the Under the Red Hood movie. I love this fucking thing. And I want to show it off to you guys. So let me plug the blade in real quick. Ah! Let's not drop the Allen wrench and completely fuck myself over. Alright. Alright. Let's see if I can hit a couple of these lights to make this even more impactful. So...
Now recall the guy.
This shit is so fucking bright. This thing is amazing. If you guys want to pick yourselves up one, you should go and check out Starforged Sabers, because this thing is insanely cool. And it's so fucking bright. My poor camera. Let's see.
The Dark Empress.
There's so many more sounds on this than the one that I bought. And it honestly is a little, it's a little confusing because I'm trying to figure out what all of them are. I am literally just going to have to sit here and fiddle with this thing for like an hour to try and figure out what all the sounds are. I'm sure that there's a list somewhere, but it's so much funner to just go
The Protector.
through the whole thing.
Wanderer.
Wanderer? Oh! Okay, there we go.
The Knight.
I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of hoping that that one was gonna be Batman. This thing is so loud. This thing is so loud. I'm sure you can hear it over the microphone with how loud it is. It is blowing my fucking ear out sitting right next to it. Wrong one.
The Assassin. The Dark Sword.
Is this what I think it is? God! Yeah, it is. Flash warning. It's so slow. Hold on. I love when they have like the slow ignitions. These are my favorites, where they just have the slow. I love it. I love this so much. I'm definitely going to be making a video about this. It's too long. This chrome hilt is so awesome, and it's so cool to finally have a two-handed saber. These are my favorites. I love two-handed sabers specifically, because I am a fucking brute, and this is how I would hold a sword. So, Scottish roots really showing off. Let me turn the thing off so it doesn't completely fuck over my battery. Thank you for all the gifted subs. Come on. There we go. Thank you very much for the subscription. Let's turn our light back on. That's the wrong button. There we go. Hello. Alright. Alright, now I gotta look back at the... Meet Mac next month. Will you give him a big squishy hug for me? I'll do my best. Oh, yeah, Amy's not just saying that me and Matt are just going to meet up. We're both going to Nathan Apollo's concert because they're in my home state. So we both get to drop by and see him and heckle him and throw tomatoes and shit at him just to fuck with him. Okay. Now, what is Twitch going to be now that I'm done showing off the new toy? What is the Twitch going to be? For you who have stuck around for a while, you know what? Can I... Hold on, let's see if I remember how to do this. It's been long enough that I had to... There, yes! It's been long enough that my own chat doesn't recognize me. I want to set up a poll so I can figure out how many of you guys have been here long enough There we go. How many of you have been here long enough to remember when this was an art page and I wasn't just talking comics constantly? Because it's been a while, and I know it's been a while. So, how long you been around? I hate doing these things on stream, but I am too dumb to remember to do these beforehand. Oop. I honestly don't know if I've been doing this for over a year. All right. I'll run it for 2 minutes. Okay. Poll is started. Answer if you want to. But the way that the stream is going to work is the way that it really used to work. This used to be the art page that I would use to do my digital art while I was making content while I was in school. But now I'm fucking graduated. So I want to actually transition this back into me making digital art. Most of which so that I can put it towards my... Excuse me. So I can put it towards my degree. Not my degree. So I can put it towards my portfolio so I can hopefully get a fucking job. However, because I'm working on other projects, personal projects right now, the 3D modeling that I'm going to be doing is going to be going towards that. I have a project open right now that I've been kind of setting up. It's not completely done. It's not even remotely close to being done, but I have to animate it. That's probably what I'm going to be doing. Holy shit, I have 120 people watching. That's probably what I'm going to be doing today. But for the following, streams that I do, I am probably going to be doing mostly digital art. With that said, it is also going to be at the removal of me talking about comic books very much on here, unless I specifically structure that stream to be about comic books. The reason that I have that rule of don't talk comics when I'm not working on comics or personally talking comics is because I have like a mental problem with conversations, and if I see something that I want to latch onto, that I want to talk about, I will ignore what I'm doing and fucking go on an unhinged rant. Everybody who's been here for a while knows the fact that I will just fucking go once I get stuck on a topic that I want to talk about. That's kind of how hyperfixations work. But that's kind of why I have the rule in the chat of don't talk comics, because when I set it up, I wasn't talking comics on here. Then for like 6 fucking months I didn't do any art and I only talked comics. So I want to kind of transition it back to what it used to be, just so I can use this more as my outlet for digital art, so that I actually, do the thing that I got that fucking degree for, so I can hopefully get a job with it. Fingers crossed. So no more asking you comic books, etc. while you're drawing. It's not really going to be drawing. So let me pop open the screen so I can show you kind of what my setup is, so you can see what I'm doing. Live. So this is what I'm doing. This is the 3D modeling work that I do. Because if you haven't been here for a while, you probably don't know. I'm a games artist. That's what I got my degree in. That's what I'm trying to get into, is video games and video game art. So because of that, that is what I'm going to be doing. And I would rather not have 3-4 conversations going through my head about comic book stuff. I will say, if you have somebody in the chat that you strike up a conversation with, that you want to talk to about comic book stuff, then I have great news. We have a Discord page, and that Discord page has a fucking ton of people that want to talk about that, and y'all can keep talking about it over there. But here I want to either specifically talk about the work that I'm doing. Thank you, Amy, for looking up the Discord. I want to specifically talk about the work that I'm doing. I want to talk about the artwork that I'm doing. If people have questions about the art that I'm doing, I want to answer those. It's really that thing. The way that I set this page up initially when I first started it was the easiest way to learn something is to teach somebody else. And because I'm fucking dumb and I was having a hard time figuring this shit out, teaching everybody else how to do it was kind of the way that I structured it in my brain so that this would be easier for me. And that's kind of what I want to do with this now. It might be right now I'm working in Maya because Maya is what I know, and I have a student license that lasts 3 years after I graduate. And that's the easiest way for me to do it. Because I know Maya. Likely, a lot of the stream after this is going to be me learning how the fuck to use Blender so that I don't have to pay $1,000 a year to use Maya. Because that's how much Maya costs. I'm not lying. I think it's like $1,700 a year. It's insane. Quick question, does Scarlett like spicy candy? She does. She very much does. What is Maya? Oh, yeah, it's Maya. Maya is the 3D modeling software. Maya is the 3D modeling software that I use to do all my 3D modeling work. It's what I animated the intro to my YouTube channel on. It's what I use to do all my 3D artwork that I've posted throughout the 2 or so years. Alright, now I get to see... Oh, that's Panda's Discord. Oh, no, I missed the poll. Shit. I'm going to assume that most of you who have decided to stop in are either on my Twitter or have been here before. So, I'm gonna roll with that one. Why is the software so damn expensive? Because... Oh, 6 months one. Okay, cool. Great. Then most people either don't remember or just barely remember. The software's so damn expensive because it's an industry staple. It's kind of what a lot of industry people use. I mean, fuck, I think Rocket Raccoon was modeled and animated in Blender. It's kind of like an industry standard for 3D artwork, or at least it was when I was in school, and that's what my teachers knew. A lot of people might have transitioned to Blender or 3ds Max or a different 3D modeling software. This is what I was taught on. And because it is so widely used, that's why it's so expensive. Software I use for my embroidery pattern is like $1,200 with the program. God damn! That said, more. I don't know how that's even possible. I don't even think I've been streaming for over a year. Have I been streaming for over a year? Have I been streaming for over a year? I was in school. Yeah, I was in school when I started. Okay, shit. I have been streaming for over a year. I did not know that that was even possible. Used it to make a panda patch. I do appreciate it. I very much do. Thank you, Amy. I've been on D and Dorks for 10 months at this point. Oh my god! That's terrifying. I didn't know that I've been doing this for this long. Holy shit. You can't be making me fucking feel old, man. Ugh. Okay, so, with all of that out of the way, and with everybody caught up, what do you say we do some 3D artwork? Does that sound good for everybody? You did the lighting for back in the day. It was freaking gorgeous. Thank you so much. That is what I am hoping to get into, is lighting. The only reason that I haven't gotten into lighting, or that I've been applying to lighting jobs, the only reason that it hasn't really worked out is because, as I have discovered, lighting seems to be a more senior position that people do. Like, the lighting artists on games are usually people who have been around the block in terms of the market. I have extreme difficulty finding entry-level lighting positions, and entry-level lighting positions seems to be people who have worked in environments before who have done some lighting, and not recent graduate with 0 games under his belt outside of a student game. And when I say these things, just know I've had to, like... Talking to Scarlett about these things, it has made it a little bit easier for my brain to rationalize. When I say things like that, it's not me putting myself down for not having a job or not getting into the position. It is me trying to explain my way of thinking around it. I'm not, like, going like, it's only for people that are fucking better than me. I can't do this shit. It is 100% me trying to go, oh yeah, no, it seems to be a more senior position, because I've gotten to like the 3rd stage of like high up interviews, and then been like, oh yeah, no, we decided to give it to someone with a little bit more experience, and that's just how it is. It's how the industry works. That's how most industries work. So I'm not down about it. But that is why I'm trying to get some fucking stuff under my belt so I can start working. Okay. Let's get this started. Did you apply to the game design company? I linked to you in your email. I did. I reached out to them. I never got an email back, I don't think. It's a killer when it comes to most jobs. That's why I've lost out on a bunch of stuff I applied for. Yep. That's just kind of how it is. It's aggravating, but it's expected. Alright. So. This is what we're working on today. This is going to be a book. Right now, it just looks like a bunch of fucking panels that are all stacked together, and I am aware of that. All of these pages have... Let's get in here. Uh-oh. Oh no, am I gonna have to go through and add Ben to all of these? Fuck! Damn it. Okay. I've just discovered that I have forgotten to do a thing. Oop. Okay. So, you know what? Let's hide all of these so I can show you what they all do. In theory, once I actually apply the bend to it, it's going to be able to do this and bend because I want it to look like paper. Oh, there is supposed to be music in the background. Can you guys not hear that? This happens every time, I swear. Let me know when you hear it.
That's a different kid. Did you get a different fucking kid?
There we go. So always trying to figure out the new setup. Because now that I'm on a new setup, yep, it's not a Panda stream without audio issues. I thought that we figured this shit out now that I'm fucking moved, but apparently not. Alright, so. Drink water and save. Do I have water anymore? Fuck. Alright. Is somebody going to activate the drink water thing?
Alfred, yeah, call the guy. I don't
Have any
care
cameras
how
been
many
eaten,
this
but-
makes. Call the fucking guy.
Thank you for the subscription. No cameras have been eaten since the previous two, because now I am in a different building than the dogs. 100% intentionally. 6 minutes left on cooldown. Ha! Good. Well, this is empty. It doesn't have any water in it. So as soon as somebody activates it, I'll go and get it. I saw you get it at the start, and I did drink at the start. It was just the last sip. Yes, a different building. I am not in the same building as the dogs anymore, specifically because they were harassing the shit out of me. House. House is good! It is very nice. Now it's actually nice to be able to have a building that I don't have people above and below me, so I don't have to be scared about the fact that I talk very loud. So we are going to select only this one. And then we're going to do this a whole bunch of times. I thought that I had this handled. I apparently did not have this handled. Uh-oh. Oh, right. Damn it, forgot. Come on. A month's worth of hydration. I'm just gonna have like 6 gallons of water just sitting right off to the side. Ah. Month's worth of water. I will drink a month's worth of water in one sitting. Absolutely. It is only going to be in this stream. I'm going to make up for all of the lost out. Thank you for the subscription. It's up anniversary. Do you need new alerts? You know what? Reach out to me on Discord. I was thinking about it. Water poisoning is a thing. Exactly. I'm just trying to protect myself. Back to this. And then we go back to the exact same thing that I was doing before. Am I looking at the wrong spot? No? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Oh, nope, I don't want that. The irony is that you guys are seeing... I was up at like... I was out here at 10. Working on this already. So you guys missed a whole ton of me trying to figure out how to get this to work at all. Because it's been so long since I did this that I couldn't particularly remember how to work it. And honestly, it's probably going to be a lot more of the same when I start working on Blender, when I start learning how to use Blender. I imagine it's probably going to be a lot of the exact same problems. So, just so you guys can know what I'm doing. This little button right here that I keep clicking, this is an isolation button. It makes it so this thing that I have selected is the only thing that you can see. If I unclick it, and then I don't click anything, so there's nothing here, and I click this, it isolates nothing, because there's nothing. Hell of a lot easier to use than Maya. I doubt that. Here's the problem. Here's the reason that I say that it's hard for me to use Blender. Because I already have all the Maya knowledge in my head, so my brain goes, I'll just do what I did on Maya. And even when I set Blender to like the industry standard settings, it's not the same. It's not the same like mechanics. This layout isn't the same. I can't get Blender to look like this so that I can work like this. And there's not these buttons, there's not the icons that I know and the tools that I know. So it's really hard to readjust your knowledge of I use this, and now I need to translate all that knowledge to this, but there's different tools and different settings and different layouts, and everything works differently. It's all the same processes, but instead of going, oh, this button is on the top bar, it's like, oh, this button is in a subfolder down the line like 3 times, and then you can use it then. But then you just need to use a pop-out window for it instead of finding the fucking button on the top of the screen. After Thanksgiving heals us too much. Oh my god, last time I streamed was after Thanksgiving? Holy shit. I really have been neglecting my duties. Bend. It is really sad to learn how long it has been since I have done this. It makes sense. I'm not going to get on myself too much for it because renovating a house and learning how to live in a new place and move everything over and renovate is a fucking process. It's a challenge. So I don't blame myself for not doing much, especially because like, how would I say this? It wasn't just like I moved, because a lot of influencers have moved while still making content. The problem was the fact that I moved into a house that I needed to renovate. So I needed to like spend a bunch of time cleaning and spend a bunch of time taking stuff out and spend a bunch of time making this entire setup be able to work. God damn it, Nimbus. Okay. You guys can blame Nimbus, but I need to take a short break so that I can go and refill this. So I will be right back. I promise not to disappear for another 2 months. I'll be right back. I'm going to go into the waiting screen. If I can find it. Here it is. Okay. I shall return. Why do I see the words Panda Headcanon in chat? I walk away for 10 fucking seconds, and I'm already scared. Damn it. The problem with working in such a small area is cords get all wrapped around shit. Give me a second. I have a heater blanket going, and that heater blanket really just ties itself around fucking everything, and it is aggravating as sin. Yeah. All right. Okay. Motherfucker. Alright, it's been moved. Holy shit. Right. Oh, sorry. Sadly, I don't stream PC games. Intentionally. I don't stream any games, really. Just because I plan to work in them, so I don't want to screw myself over. People usually get confused when I say that. They seem to... How do I put this? When I say that, it is simply because I don't want to say something that is going to get me not welcomed at a game studio. Not because I think that I would ever say anything that would get me like fucking canceled or anything, but more I don't want to say anything that will piss off a game studio or burn a bridge with somebody. Say something bad about a game. Say a negative opinion. Say I prefer something to the other. Even if I'm conscious of what I'm saying when I'm saying it, I don't want to step in something. I don't want to screw something over. They can really knock overable. I doubt it. I'm isolated. Okay, good. Non-linear bend. Oh, right, shit. Whoa. Oh, ha. I just realized. This is meant to be on screen. Owner leaves to go to work, and they have taken that to heart immediately. Amy, you know what they're like. This is not... You know what would happen. And you are never coming back. I mean, do you blame them? Last time I said I'll see you guys later this week, I showed up 2 months later. I have a feeling that's going to be photoshopped very soon. Blitzen, your name is literally Doggo. I don't think you're allowed to do anything related to cats. Oh, this is another thing that I can... do not sell panda-related patches because Jay's IP would be inappropriate, but I appreciate it. Thank you, Amy. I've gotten. Nah, it's not a story for here. I've had issues with stuff like that in the past, so it's very nice to hear somebody be conscious and aware of it ahead of time. Thank you. The reason that I keep moving these handles over to the side, I know it probably seems a little weird that I keep having to move where this thing gets placed, because it gets placed in the center of the thing, is very, very specific. Let's rotate this the way that it would actually be rotated. It's reason for not posting much personal stuff and not really doing anything. Basically my reason for a lot of stuff. And not really wanting to... Is your reason for not posting much being personal stuff and not really wanting to do anything? Because that's basically my reason. Not really. Kind of personal stuff, but the personal stuff is more like, oh, I'm at home with my girlfriend, and I would rather do that than make content right now. It's one of those things like, because this is a job that I know I can return to, I don't want this to sound like I am like assured in the fact that this will always be here, because I'm not. I 100% assume that this is probably going to disappear in a week. That's always the assumption. That's always why I'm trying to work harder. I knew that this job existed, and I knew that I had people that wanted to come back and see my stuff. Yes, I already drank water. So I knew that I could take some time because Maren was transitioning between jobs, and because I was home and I was renovating a house and all of that. So that was what I would rather be doing. That was what I would rather stick to doing. From Sweden. Hello, Sweden. What time is it over there? Expecting his channel is going to die every year. Exactly. 100%. And you, but mostly Scarlet. Love them. And I need to mail out Friday. Ooh, I can't wait. By the way, I'm going to be doing P.O. Box videos again. I already got something. I'm starting a P.O. Box pile so I can start doing P.O. Box videos again. Because I need to justify its existence. Because I went from getting way too much shit to no shit. So I need to justify that existing other than, like, sponsors. Must that P.O. Box pile be now? I'm sure it was rather big, but then I moved and I have no idea what's P.O. stuff and what's my stuff. So I have no fucking clue. And prefer 3ds Max and Blender. Because I was taught in Maya. Which reminds me, that's what I was fucking talking about. The reason that I keep moving the handle is not because I just like it to the left so I can see the thing. It's not just so I can see this big open plane. The reason that I move it is very specifically because I want it to bend from that corner. I want the actual page to bend specifically from that corner and not from the center of it. Because over here, you can see it bends from the actual center of that pivot. In comparison to when it is in the center, if I go back to the same spot and do the bend, it bends from the center of the page. And since I want this to be a book, that can't be working out. This is not how pages work in books. As you can see, even the page, like the page itself, its bend is right here as well. So that's the bend axis and needs to be aligned with the left to flip like a book. Exactly. Because also, if I want to scale this page, I want to do it from this center part right here from the corner. If I really wanted to be specific, I could put it from this bottom corner so that I can make all the pages different heights. But if I do it from the center, then I can make them like look like they were aligned differently within the book if I wanted to. I'm not, but I could do that if I wanted to. Animating in Maya compared to the other two. That's fair. It works if it's a comic and not hardbound. Yeah, hardbound is a lot more troublesome. But honestly, with a book like that, unless you're going to animate somebody like flipping through the whole book really quickly, you don't really need to worry about where it like connects to the binding, because nobody's really going to be able to see that. You just kind of need to make 2 blocks where the pages are going to be, and then some loose pages that will rotate on the axis of the block as it opens up. Because nobody can see that close to the actual binding of a hardback. Oop, hold on. Yeah, no, just because I'm telling you right now makes me happy, and I need to know you got it and liked it. Ha! Well, I will definitely put it in a video now. Thank you, Amy. I want to be in choose. Oh yeah, no, I absolutely love fan art. If you ever want to send fan art, I fucking love that shit. I think this is on my desk right now because I plan to hang it up. This was a thing that somebody sent me in a PO box because it's something that I said in a video. I love fan art stuff. I have a Gunyan poster because somebody sent a villains need to be organized too Gunyan poster. It's great. But do you have to do this process for every page? Essentially, you have to do this process for every page. I tried to copy paste the pages and just have a bunch of different bend axes, but that didn't really work. So I have to do this for every single page. But the thing is only going to have about 5 pages because this is going to be a video transition and not like an actual model. It's supposed to look like a comic book, not be a comic book, if that makes sense. This bends, and the bend handle is in the wrong spot. All right. So something that I'm doing when I move this is I hold down V, and that is very specifically so it snaps this axis to vertexes, or vertices, whatever. Because if I just move this and try and eyeball it, I'm going to be off. I'm going to be way off and not actually connect it to the edge. Even if I like line it up as perfectly as I can, if you zoom in, that's not, come on, that's not on the edge. It's somewhere close to the edge, but it's not on the edge. And that's not what I want. I want it to be on the edge. I want it to be connected to the vertice on the edge of this page so that it flips on the physical edge of the page. There we go. Okay, and then I can move this up here. Move this in front of it. There we go. And now I have my pages. I have all the pages in my book. I hope, fingers crossed. Except I didn't do the fucking cover, because I forgot that the cover existed. And then we're gonna quick, simple. I should probably go through and check that all of the bend handles are oriented the right way. Oop. Oop. There we go. Whoa. Alright. Random thoughts. Alright, not answering that. Forgets that the cover exists. Hilariously, like, the cover is like the whole point of this, so me forgetting it exists is even funnier. Months ago, but I might have to send it to your PO box now. That would be awesome. I can't wait to see it. And to answer the question that I think I forgot to answer earlier, this book's only going to be about 5 pages. It's 5 pages and a cover. Guys, let's see. Can I do panels? Look through, select. So this is the camera angle I'm looking at right now, alright? Essentially, the plan... Let's unlock it. Is it this one? The plan right now is to... Let's see if I can get it here. Zoom in on the book, have it zoomed in, and then have it zoom out to show the panel as the book closes. And then after the book closes, then it'll open back up again and zoom back in. It's a video transition. That's what I'm going with. That's the plan so far. I have a camera placed up here that is really only up here, just so I can make sure that I don't fucking move it on accident. Oh, Mexican snacks. Please do. If there is tamarind on it, or tamarind, fuck, I always have a problem pronouncing it. If there's tamarind on it, go ahead and send it, but know it's going to Scarlet, because my tongue don't like it. I tried so desperately, but my tongue hates it. If you go back to my trying Mexican candies with my mother video, it don't like it. It don't work. All right, so we're gonna go back to this, and we are gonna go to perspective view. Also, don't worry about this. It just means there's a bunch of objects occupying mostly the same mostly the same spot that have a bunch of faces. So from a distance, it looks all wackadoo like this, but that's not really
That's a
an
different
issue.
kid. Did you get a different fucking kid?
So I can send extra. The basic ones, the marshmallow ones I fucking loved. The ones that were like marshmallow covered in chocolate. I think they were like on sticks. I love those things, but they're so basic. The ones that were like the little plastic tins of frosting, they were like little plastic little rectangles, and they had a little spoon that came with it. That shit was really good. The like hockey pucks, I think they're called La Rosa or something. Those things were great. Would you like some Canadian maple candy? Listen, I'm gonna answer everyone's question right now. If there is a candy from your country that you are wondering if I would like, the answer is yes. I have a sugar problem. It is... I will take whatever the hell you got. If I don't like it, I'll give it to Scarlett. If she doesn't like it, I'll give it to my parents. If they don't like it, I'll find someone who fucking likes it. Because, I love that shit. Really want to send you stuff from Scotland? I'm Scottish. Yes, I want you to send me stuff from Scotland. Patch with button eyes. Is that going to make her uncomfortable? No, she would love that. She would think that's adorable. Rose with a kick, like Mexican candy? Yes. Urn brew? I don't think I've had an urn brew. Have you already designed the cover and what's ever going on? Actually, no, I haven't, because I have no idea where my iPad charger is. And that's usually where I do most of my drawing. But I'll probably do it on here, to be perfectly honest. Like, actually draw the thing on here. Did you like it? There's a Mexican store near me. I did. Very much. Thank you for the gifted subs. Alright, back to what I was doing. See what I mean? This is how easy it is for me to get distracted. It's already fucking 4:05. Got fucking 50 minutes. 55 minutes until I'm out of here. Mongolian candies? Fuck yeah! That it would be funny to give you. Don't worry, I'll try anything twice. Actually, I don't have it in here, but yesterday somebody sent me a green beanie. It's the first green beanie someone has sent me since the video, and it's fucking great. I love it. You're Scottish? I'm guessing you have Scottish genes because you don't have an... I'm not, like, from Scotland. I have Scottish ancestry, and it's the one that I am the closest to. ADHD. Listen, man, don't talk too loud. The diagnosis wizards might come through. It's already hard enough for me to get a job. Okay. All my stuff has handles. Weren't you born in Japan? I was born in Sasebo, Nagasaki, Japan, because my dad was a CB. I was there for only 6 months, and then I have spent the rest of my life in the coldest, wettest hellscape that is known as Washington. If anybody tells you that they want to move here, they're lying or they're insane. Had the stream so far. I have not had the ability to rant like this in 2 months. You will take what I give you. I'm mainly thinking about Bill, the henchman with a Scottish accent. You don't actually need to do one. Scottish is actually really hard for my brain to latch onto because it has enough, the way that I have to form my mouth ends up turning into Russian eventually. It's kind of like when people do a British accent and it slowly transforms into a Southern accent. It's the same way that I do it with a Scottish accent, where I'll start talking with a Scottish accent. Start scotting, that's just what it's called now. I'll start talking with a Scottish accent, and then all of a sudden it'll turn into a Russian accent out of nowhere. Scottish is barely English anyway. You lower your fucking voice. They have claymores. I like the cold. Liar. Listen, I want to live somewhere where it is coastal and warm. Those are the two things that my brain wants. Mongolian and my friends are helping me rediscover that part of me. A common dessert is a whole, just basically yogurt curds. Ooh, that sounds fun. We have coastal in Scotland. Take it. Listen, I love Scotland. I really, really do. I want to visit there one day. But from what I can tell, the weather there is essentially Washington State, 365 days of the year, cold and wet and gray. And I would love to live in a coastal place, but I want it to be fucking warm. Take my Hawaii birthplace and I'll take living in Washington happily. Please. Please. Listen, the only reason I don't move to fucking Hawaii right now is because because of this. Because I wasn't born there, and I really, really just want that place to be fucking sovereign and not have to deal with people who look like me. Otherwise, I would already be there. If you are willingly trading me your Hawaii card, I will take it in a moment. You would burn instantly. I would, instantly, and I'd be happy for it. Just something need for you to hate it, because I don't like spicy stuff at all. Instantly. Just, I can barely deal with, like, pepper jack cheese is fine, but anything above that is like, let's put it this way. I can't eat the tacos from fucking Jack in the Box. That's the level of spicy that I can't deal with, because look at me! Sad moon people things. Exactly. Up the wall in a heartbeat. Cold and rainy and gray are the three things that I hate the most, which is the only reason that even though I love Scotland and want to get more in touch with my, like, genealogical roots, I can't do it. It's too cold. It's a miracle that I've stayed in Washington for as long as I have. Had real tacos, like meat, cilantro, onion, and green sauce and lime tacos. Yes, I have. I'm not that white. I have indeed actually had real tacos.
That's a different kid. Did you get a different fucking
Ironically,
kid?
those work out fine. Because usually when you have real ones, real ones imply you know the person making them. You can go to good Mexican restaurants and get really good ones, which I also have gone to, but can you handle cayenne pepper? No. I'm not even going to let you finish that one. No. So, let's see. Play everything frame in real time. Let's see if I put something at 24 frames. If that will be 1 second. So let's take the cover and let's rotate it 180 degrees. And we will do, okay. I think that should work. Seki. Whoa. Drink literally anything other than coffee. You don't need to keep redeeming it. I have the water already. You're wasting coins. Planning on doing more art streams. I am planning on doing art streams every single day. I'm doing Tuesday through Friday, 3 to 5. That is how I'm going to work this from now on. I'm going to get that fucking partnership label. Told y'all, I'm doing this shit full time. It's been a fucking rocky start to full time, but I'm trying. I'm working here. Also, I mean this in the nicest possible way. If I see one more fucking comment commenting on the fact that I have taken a goddamn day, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. I know I said I'm gonna try and do this full time. I'm fucking working on it. I have almost lost it so many goddamn times. Just this fucking close. You actually drinking the water? It's right here. It's half empty. Yes. DM show what's on Panda's shelf. Okay, so you can't see it right now, but there's no shelf there yet. I'm gonna be getting the shelf soon, but there's no shelf there yet, so you can't redeem that because there's no shelf. That implies that I could show like the comics that should be on the shelf, and honestly, some later projects might be using something like that, but I can't be showing it yet. Any idea why? It's the same reason any game gets delayed, because a lot of game schedules are very short. They want that game out as quickly as they can possibly get it. But sometimes, from working in games, I can tell you right now that shit takes a while. It takes some time, especially if there are bugs, if there are gameplay elements that people don't like, if you've quality tested and something just isn't working, or there's a thing that people don't like, or there's something that pops up, or there's art that you haven't gotten finished yet. All of that, anything really, can be a reason that a game doesn't get released yet. A game being delayed does not mean that the game is not good, or that it's going to be a lower quality. It means that they're taking time that they need to put a game out that is actually complete. That sounds like a hassle. It's work. It's a job. It's the same way that if you build a car and something doesn't work 100%, then it doesn't work. That's just how it is. Every single piece of a car needs to work exactly the way that it needs to work for the car to be able to drive. If that doesn't happen, then the car doesn't fucking drive. And that's the exact same way that it is with games. Everything needs to work for the game to actually work. Frame 1, we'll set that to 0. 1,000. Good! Alright. Can't be finished because an important piece is missing. Exactly. Game project you want to work on? In theory, theory, I would love to work on a new Army of Two game, just because that meant so much to me growing up. But I don't know if they're going to do anything with that franchise, but I would love to work on it eventually. If they ever did. Don't give my thoughts on games, so I'm not going to tell you my opinions on Gotham Knights, even if I had played it, because I haven't yet, because I've been fucking moving. Okay, so. How long do I want this thing to last? That's 1 second. So it's gonna go Hold for 1 second. And then it's going to close again. So, sorry, I'm trying to think of something real quick. Whoa. What have I been undoing? Nothing, thank God. Okay. Because of wanting an actual job. That is exactly why I don't give my opinions on games. Because I am trying to get into game development. So you've either been in it or are close to someone who's been in it, you can't even begin to understand how difficult it can be. You can begin to understand it. It's just, it's rough, man. It's hard to get started. It's hard to get in there. It's hard to, like, I'm sorry. It is hard to actually get into the industry because it is a very, very desirable position to have. Everybody wants to say that they worked on, like, God of War, Mario, Call of Duty. Everybody wants to say that they worked on the next big game because gaming's such a big part of everybody's lives now. It's an incredibly competitive industry. And knowing someone is the biggest part. The rough part is that when I was in college, when I was supposed to be doing, like, internships, when I was supposed to be doing networking events, when I was supposed to be doing all of those things, COVID happened. Luckily, all of you guys found me through TikTok, which is great, which is lovely. I'm very happy in where I am in my life. I'm very happy with what I get to do. I'm very happy with what my job is. That is what I was originally planning to do. So I can understand why I don't get in. It's not what you know, it's who you know. To an extent, because you can just be that good. I knew a lot of people in my school who were that good, and they all have jobs, and they're doing great, and I'm super proud of them. Something that really, really helps out, though, is who you know in the industry, who you can talk to, who your connections are. But that's the case with, like, basically any industry. If it's not a job that has an entry-level position, or a very easily enterable entry-level position, it's how much experience do you have and who you know. And that's basically any job. Gaming is no different. I think that's a difficulty that a lot of people have is gaming is a job. It's its own job. Animation and modeling class like that. Yeah, I graduated with a couple of people that I already knew had job offers. I graduated with a couple of people who I knew no matter if they were in the industry or not would get a job offer because they're just that good. You're adulthood in a time when you can't do most things in adulthood demands. It's rough. It had a lot of difficulties. I know a lot of people who didn't handle it as well. I'm an extreme introvert in real life. Anybody who actually knows me, ironically, Assassin's Creed, because I love the games. I the company. It's not fun to work at. Listen, I don't really care if a company says it's hard to work at, if there's bad journalism about a company. I want experience. I want to work on games. I don't care what they are. I don't care how they are. I am a insomniac introvert who likes to stay in and work on things that he likes. I want to make art. I want to make things that people see. I want to make good art. That's really all my brain wants to do. That's why I do what I do. That's why I make my videos. That's why I made my skits. That's why I'm doing this. Is because I want to make creative expressions, regardless of what it is, regardless of who it's for, regardless of anything. And any game company that I work for is a game. It's a game that I can put on a resume. It's a game that I can say that I worked on. It's a creative expression that I was able to be a part of. So yeah, absolutely. 100%. I have no problems with that. A new Time Splitters project, and I was so happy because it's truly a mountain of first. It's amazing. But that's what I was saying. Like when COVID hit, it was really hard for a lot of people. I'm an extreme introvert in real life to an extent that I don't really need to be in a social scenario for very long. Like I can exist in a quiet room on my own for a long time and just kind of be fine. I know it doesn't like show that in my videos and how I talk to people and like even on my streams and stuff. I know that's not how it's really portrayed, but that's kind of how my brain works. I'm fine just vibing on my own. So COVID didn't screw with my brain in that aspect, but I knew a lot of people who did. I knew a lot of people that it was the most brutal time to be alive, because humans are social creatures. They want to bounce off of each other. They want to talk to each other. And luckily, any of the quarantine situations that I was in, I had people with me. First, I was quarantined with my roommates, and I had that for a good portion of the year. Then I was quarantined with my parents, then my roommates again. So at the very least, I had 3 other people in my scenario, regardless. I was never on my own, which was both good and bad for someone like me. Because I am someone who thrives on solitude, who strives on being alone. And a lot of times that meant going out into a crowded place and not seeing anybody. And going into a crowded place and just vibing on my own. Like my de-stressor is going like thrift shopping. Is just going out, not buying anything, but just going out and just existing. Which was harder in COVID. That was the part that I had the troubles with, and that's honestly why I ended up making videos. Was that aspect of being alone in a crowd is the way that I would put it. When I started making videos, my channel had nobody fucking there. I was making art videos for a crowd of like fucking 300 people. That was just how it was. I was on my own. The people were words on a screen. And then I got bigger, and then I got bigger, and now I'm here. Now this is my job. But that's also why I want to get into this. And it's something that I wasn't able to do because of those years. And not something that I'm not able to do, but something that is harder to do because of those years. And I accept that and I understand that, but that's also why I want to do this more. I want to work harder at this, because if I'm not going to have this as a job, then I want to have a job. And if this is my job, then this is fucking my job. Work from home. Oh my god. Invis, I'm so sorry. Heater's starting to burn my legs. All the tutorials you used to do, they were very helpful. Oh my god. You see, that implies I want people to see them. I can. That's the nicest way I can put it. Alright, let's make this 5 seconds. So let's do 5 times 24, 120. So it goes to 120. Alright, let's delete. At 120, at 1, we're going to be fully open. 180, 180. I'm honestly kind of wondering if I can just play this in reverse for the closeout. All right. And then at the end, this is never going to be animated, so I don't need to worry about that. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to paste, and then I'm going to move it. Okay. So, essentially what I just did. Oh, wow. Why did I hear a PS4 turn on? You didn't. You heard my heater turn off because it was burning my legs. Here we go. Is this even on? It is not. Damn it. It's so hard trying to work in a room this fucking cold. Because I can either have the heater on, which is under the desk, so it can either be burning my legs, or I can have the heater blanket on, and my fucking arms are cold and the room gets colder. What is the plan for this animation, if I ask? So, I'll demonstrate it with this. The goal is that it is going to be a book that is open. The page is going to flip close and the cover is going to show. And then the page is going to flip back open again and show the center of the book. Because it is going to be a transition. So that back page is going to be a green screen. The back page is going to be green and not be able to work, not be able to have any like lighting effects on it. And sorry, one sec. God. That's brutal, Heiko. I'm sorry. That was what I'm going to plan for this transition. Is because that back page is going to be a green screen so that I can just key it out for any videos that I do, and I can just have it transition to me and back again. But now I've actually set this up. Right now, it just looks like the book is going to be open this entire time. So you know what? I am going to go here, panels, look through selected. All right. So I'm going to unlock this camera. All right. Why is that off? That's weird. Alright, so it's moving on the red axis. Okay. Oop. Center of this is on that center line, so that's useful to know, I think. Panels, select selected. Well, that's way the fuck off. Translate this by... Ah! I miss when I used to be able to just... Okay. Images on models. It's actually not that hard in Maya. Once you have UV, all the UVs unwrapped, you should be fine. I have for my new Alpha Color Guy mode. Couldn't wait for the option. Couldn't find the option I was looking for before. When I was looking for. Oh, I must have. Teespring does this thing where it updates its prices, and then it tells you that it updated the prices, but because it updated the prices, it takes your fucking product off if it's under those prices. So I have to keep updating my prices to fit with Teespring. That would be the reason that it probably wasn't there before. Alright, so I am trying to center this camera. And it is being difficult. So let's do 3. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's... Oh, thank God. Okay. Let's put it at 0. That looks about right. That looks centered. Hell yeah. Do I need it centered, though? Is the question. Because I don't really want it to be centered, do I? Hey, Malicious. I don't know if you were here at the start. I'm not really talking about comics on here anymore. If you want to talk about comics, you're free to go to the Discord to talk about it. Just I'm not really talking about it on here anymore. Because I get too distracted too easily, so... What kind of angle are you working for? I want it to go just straight down into the book, come straight out of the book, have the book closed so you can see it, and then go right back into the book. So honestly, I don't think I needed to be centered on the open book. I needed to be centered on the closed book. So with that in mind, let's do all of this and hide it. And then we'll center it based on this. And this is why I have y'all, so I can talk this through. So, center of this would be about... Well, it's a little over 7, so let's do 4. Ooh, wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. Negative 8. Okay, that looks decent. So we're at 3.5 over here, and we're at 3 7/5 over here. But there's 12 on this side and 11 on this side for some fucking reason. So maybe I want it to be at 7.5. Let's take this off and see if that looks about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mostly 5. 7.75. That's better. Okay. We'll work with that. Camera shift mid animation. So I wanted to zoom out of the open book and have it closed so you can see the cover, and then open so that it goes back in again. I don't really want it to show the full open book. I don't need it to do that. So I think this should work. What kind of... We are the rubber ducks for this project. Yes, that is honestly kind of why I started Twitch in the first place. In a minute, hour and 38. I just thought of something. So give me a second. I just remembered that I was going to do something. After the stream, because there's so many sound settings for this damn thing, me and Scarlett are going to be going through the new lightsaber and figuring out all the sounds. Rubber ducks is an analogy used in programming where you put a rubber duck on your desk that you can talk to explain your process, because it's a lot easier for you to be able to understand when you're explaining it. So y'all are acting essentially as my rubber ducks for this, because I need to figure out what the fuck I'm doing, and because I'm dumb, I can't think it through.
Charging.
There we go. That's a terrifying noise. Stay there. Alright. This is my rubber duck. You know, honestly, I have so many rubber ducks on my desk. Wow, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. Now. Heater's back on again because it's getting fucking cold in here. For all you people to save your fucking points. Alright, so we have our camera angled, set up. We're doing good. Now, we are going to... Oop. Okay. All those are unhidden now. Water without prompting. You got me stuck out here doing it. Why not wear a jacket? Because I want to be comfy. I have a jacket around here somewhere. I just threw it on the ground. Sweatshirt also just on the ground. Alright. So, we want the whole thing open. Camera pulls out. All the pages close. Camera goes back in again. So, I think that we should be working in the camera mode. This is how high up we are. So we are going to set that specifically to... Yeah, that's good. This is how high we need to be. So I'm going to set this keyframe at around 2 seconds in. The annoying / in the way. No, it's just that it's just that I have like high functioning autism, and it's I'm like on the spectrum, so the texture of the fabric on my skin isn't it distracts me. I'm blessed with a touch of the tism. It's not great. I didn't get any of the superpowers, which sucks. I just got the sensory issues. I do have at least 3. And I usually like wearing them while I'm out. It's when I am like... It's when I'm zoned in. You got the memory. Ah, you bastard. You stole all the superpowers from me. How dare you? Alright, so at 48, I want the camera to be this high. Which means I can readjust it however the hell I want at frame 1. So let's drop it down to 30. And you know what? Let's hide all these back pages because we don't want those to be seen. Because we want to be fully enveloped in this page. We're going to go back to the camera. So 30 is too high. Let's do 10. 11. 12. 15. Alright, I can see the edges of the page now. That's good. 16's too far. So we'll do 15. 15. Ooh. You know what? We'll do 14. There we go. Fully in the page. So when it pulls all the way out. We should be fine. But that means that... Let me see, where's the graph editor? Hey, thank you. We want Windows, not the node outliner. Is the graph editor down here? Ah, right here, good. It's weird, it feels like it's... Oh no, it does. So... This is 5 seconds long. It takes 2 seconds for this to go out. So from 48, we want to go to 72. That it holds here. Let's copy this frame. But you know what? Let's copy this frame, bring it to 72. Shit. Bring this to 72. And 12 frames in, so 58, 60. So it's 60 frames. We'll bring this up. 54. Good. Okay, good. And then it goes back down to 14 at 120. So. Alright. So here's what our camera does in our transition. Ship to the UK. Yes, it does ship to the UK. But what video is this for? You will see. It's coming eventually. It's working on a project. I'm working on a project. Not spending money, but I'm so excited. The Bat Stole My Bone shirt and Tim Test mug got here. I'm so happy that people are liking the older merch. I know I haven't done those videos in a while, and I don't really plan to, but I'm happy that people really like that stuff. However, I am also very excited to be moving forward with other stuff as well. Alright, so By 48 seconds, the book needs to be closed. By 72 seconds, it can start opening back up again so we can zoom back in.
Alfred, yeah, call the guy. I don't care how many this makes. Call the fucking guy.
Thank you very much. So, let's go. And unhide these. By 60, all of these need to be closed. Actually, by 48, all of these need to be closed. So. I did that for the cover, didn't it? Yep. Okay. I am okay with animating, like, objects like this. Character animation is baffling to me. Baffling. I cannot imagine people who do character animation for a living because I think those people are wizards and or gods. Probably both. What do you think you'll be doing this for? Oh, shit. About 10 minutes, actually. And then... I might actually just hold this until 60 and then have it slowly open back up again like that. I kind of like that. That kind of looks cool. Let's... It does open up too fast, though. All right, so maybe... Let's take it to 72. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. That's pretty nice. I wonder why there's like this hitch right here. Here it is. That's why. Alright. So this is the graph editor. Thank you for the gifted subs, by the way. The comics are for everyone sticker on my laptop, an Ace Panda sticker I haven't put it anywhere. Oh! Don't worry. By the way, all of the Pride merch is staying as it is. I'm not going to be getting rid of that. I do need to go through and readjust those prices. Not because I want more, but because Teespring keeps upping my prices. So I need to go back and put all of the normal prices on everything. However, that is a whole day in and of itself. So I'm sorry if not all the Pride merch is up. I do want to fix that. I just need to go through and do it because there's so many fucking things. But I do need to do it. Website doesn't think my address is valid for some reason. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why it would do that. Is that just for the Discord and TikTok because of the jobs thing, or because it's easily distracted? I get very easily distracted, and I will go on rants and tangents, and I don't want to do that. I want to be able to get my work done. Anyway, this graph editor, you can see right here that this is a rotation. It says it's a rotate X. This means that... Why is it a rotate X? Hold on. That's not good. I don't want to do that then. Ah, it's because I'm not on the camera before I enter the graph editor. That's a weird one. The graph editor shows the actual path of movement of whatever you're animating. Thank you for buying a tea. The path of movement of whatever you're animating is shown here in a line form. So as you can see, this goes from 14, it raises up to 53, and then it holds, it goes up to 54 for a second, and then it goes back down and goes down to 14 again. The reason, holy shit, thank you for so many gifted subs, Disney, holy shit. The reason that these are not straight lines is because you want it to kind of soft in and soft out, which means that instead of an object going from here to here and just popping back and forth from those two directions, you want it to slowly start up and slowly stop where it's going from A to B. It's the best way that I can describe it. It makes it look a little bit more natural, which is why I am evening out a couple of these curves. I want it to be a little bit softer. I want these transitions to be a little softer. How to use that. It's actually incredibly easy to use this. So you click, this is a keyframe right there. You can click on it and it shows these two little arms. This controls the bend of the curve. And if you look, this is over time. This is the length of time of your animation. This is whatever you are translating. If that is the translation of something, if that's the rotation of something, that this is what is happening to it. With what I just did, it means that it starts at 14, eases out, goes up to 54, goes up to 53, eases into 54, all of a sudden jets back down to 52 again, up to 53, up to 54, back down again, and back down into 14. We don't want that. We want it to be smooth. So we have it go from 14 to 53, ease up to 54, ease back down to 53, and then ease back down into 14 again. This is the arc of movement, essentially. So we're going to see if that worked out. There you go. You see it's got that nice smooth up and then back down again. That's what I wanted. That's what I want it to look like. So, now that we have our camera animation, we can work with the different pages to have them close at different times. So right now, page 1 closes the same way that everything else closes. Or page 5, which is the closest to the back page, closes the same way everything else closes. It slowly closes by 48. We don't want it to close that late. We want it to close earlier because we want all the pages to close and then the cover to close at 48. So all 5 of these pages need to close before 48. So let's have it at 12. Page 5 closes at frame 12. And then we'll have page 4 close at frame, I don't know. Say frame 17. Page 3 closes at frame, just round it out, 24. Whoop. Now we're about halfway up. So you'll see close, close, close. And then we have pages 2 and 1 that need to close in between 24 and 48. So let's have one close at frame, I don't know, 30? Yeah. And then we'll have page 1 close at frame 40. So now what it looks like is this. Ah, fuck. Ah, God. Okay. I fucked up. That didn't look too good. Panels. Look through selected. All right. Pages of stuff like your favorite comic panels are just rushing by before the green screen. Rushing by before the green screen. I'm probably going to put some comic pages on there. I don't know if I'm going to make them. I don't know if I'm going to write them. Or if I'm definitely not going to steal them. But that is the goal. So, right now it looks close, 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 close. And then the book closes. And then we're going to have it in reverse when it opens up. But now that we have done that, now we want make some of your skits in comment. Ah, God, that would be brutal. I would need to draw all those comics, which is the brutal part. That's really cool. Thank you. Holy shit, it's 5. Alright, so tomorrow, let's save this, by the way. Tomorrow the goal is going to be making those pages bend. So then they bend close. Turn them into pages. Yeah, maybe. But again, I need to draw those comic pages if I want to do that. So from the camera, this is what it looks like. From the outside, this is what it looks like. And in theory, we want all of those pages to bend as they close. We want them to like bend over as they close. So, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna do a quick little thing to show you guys. So let's go to page 5 because that's the one that closes earliest. By frame 12, we want because that's when page 5 closes. We want the bend to be at 0. So set key. At frame 1, we want the bend to be at 0. So set key. By frame 6, when it's the highest, we want it to be curved because the book is closing. So we want it to be curved pretty extremely. So let's set it at negative 65. That makes it so it goes and closes shut by frame 12. See? It's actually probably going to be an incredibly easy process. I might actually be able to do most of it real quick right now. This page. is closed by frame 17. So let's do frame 17. Bend is at 0. Set key. Frame 1. Bend is at 0. Set key. And then at frame 8, let's do 65 again. Ooh, negative 65. Wrong 65. Negative 65. So then it goes... And I can spice this up later. I can make these all work a little bit better later. And then we will go to page 3. When does this close? This one closes by frame 24. So 24. Bend is at 0. Set key. Frame 1. Bend is at 0. Set key. And then at frame 12, negative 65. See, I'm wondering if that one should be a little bit more extreme. Just because it's so moving here. So maybe let's set it to 80. You know what? Let's set them all to 65 and then we can touch it up after the fact. So 65. And then we will go to page 2. Page 2 closes by 30. So 30. Page. Bend. Set key. 1. Whoa! Set key. And then 15. Set it to 65. Negative 65. Thank you. Okay, I'll set it aside. I'm going to be in a second. Right. Scarlett brought me tea. She's great. I love her. All right. Negative 65. So by the time it closes, it's at 0. It's got a very slight bend as it goes up and then comes back down again. That first one looks like it bends super quick and closes super quick because of how fast it's moving. To a problem where you try and render a project, but it lags like crazy when it finishes. Luckily, rendering out animations in Maya, it renders out specific frames, so it's not too much of a worry in that case. I have no idea what kind of tea, but I know that she made some amazing tea. Because it smells fruity and great. It's probably... Oh, is that the blueberry stuff we got from Pike's Place? Fuck yeah. Sorry. Alright, back. Closes by whatever fucking page it closes by. 15. So it closes by 30, so the bend is at the top at 15, and then it evens out as it goes down. Last page, this one closes at 40, which means at 40, page 1, bend, set key, and then at 20, negative 65, enter. And then we'll do the cover, same way. Closes at 48, so at 24, it will be at its maximum. But that means that page, bend, .48, set key, 1, set key, and then at 24, negative 65. So, as you can see, then it looks doot, 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 and then page closes, and then we open back up again. The little tea shop at Pike's Place. Haven't been in years. It's so good, right? They have so many good teas and spices there. It's amazing. All right. So the only thing that I have left to do is clean up this animation of it closing, which means setting different, like maybe going through and setting different angles for different pages and everything. So let's go to page 5. You know what? I'll open up all of these so I can actually see what I'm working with here. Let's go to page 5. Let's go to the page. Let's go to the bend. If I remember correctly, at 6, this one hits 65. So I don't like that. I don't think that that bends enough for a page moving that fast. So let's do it at, do it at 100. See what that looks like.
That's one of the reasons why I can.
So that means it'll slap close. So it'll. Alright, and then page 4. This one closes at 17, so that means at 8 it is at its max. So I'll go to the page, and I'll go to the bend. 65. The other one was at 100. So let's do one at 90. So we'll go to this page. I'm pretty sure. When is this one closed?
Alfred, yeah, call the guy. I don't care how
This
many
one
this
closes
makes.
at
Call the
24, which
fucking
means
guy.
at 12. Go to the page, go to the bend. This one will be at 80.
And I very much doubt
And this page,
the people that I listen to were the first ones to think of a particular progression.
30, 40,
So once you get over
48.
that,
Alright, so this one closes at 15.
let's just borrow. Basically, let's just copy it and just
Why is negative 57 where that one's at?
and pretend, like it's yours.
That closes at 30. That's weird. I don't know why I set that at 57. Oh, it's because I didn't. It's at 65. It just wasn't catching up to me. And we will do 70 for that one. All right.
New generation.
Negative 70.
Steal everything from the older generation and pretend it's
There we go.
It's kind of controversial. Is it?
Complicated. Is completed. Are you going to add sound effects for the flipping pages? Probably. But I'll probably do that in like Premiere after the fact.
Yeah, you don't want to push it.
So let's not mark anything.
Be subtle. Like it's
There.
in the night.
See how nice that looks? Because then it slowly bows up. Comes down. And you're going to notice there's some clipping over here of where the page starts to bend too much as it starts. But we're not going to see that. So it doesn't really matter. So all these pages start to clip like super quickly. But that's not a problem. At least not to us. Because let's go to our camera. Panels. Camera 1.
Listen enough.
And watch.
You start to pick up on the enormous amount
Flip, flip,
of repetitive,
flip, flip,
the same chord progression
flip,
over and over and
close.
over again.
So we don't see that at all. That's not a problem to us. And then it's going to do the same thing in reverse. Bada bing, bada boom.
It's easy.
Flip, 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 flip.
If you
Close.
have a lot of
Open
different
again.
chord progressions in your mind and you know that, you know what? If I
Animation is fun. All right, I'm 10 minutes over already. I'm glad that you guys had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. I'm going to be doing this tomorrow, same time, same place, and I'm going to be doing it every day until Friday, and I'm going to keep doing that as much as I fucking can. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you guys liked watching it. I can't wait to finish this with you guys. I can't wait to show this to you guys. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sticking with me for 2 fucking months while I didn't stream. So, I will see you guys next